Hello and welcome to GPVWC and the penultimate round of the Formula Challenge Series live from Autodromo Hernandez Rodriguez in Mexico. We're here for the, like I said, second to last round where we'll be seeing around the 17 corners, 4.3 kilometer track designed, edited by Mr. Tilker himself, who can kind of, do the best in South America. We've got two guys going for the championship, which could technically be wound up tonight with 100 points still to play for. 50 of them tonight, and only a 28-point gap to go. Up and down the field, there are still battles going on with teams like Hinds Motorsport and Pacific still fighting on the same points in 12th and 13th, and also our International and T4, who are joint 6th and 7th. We're a little bit delayed in starting tonight's stream. Apologies for that. We had some interesting server issues where some drivers could not see all the others and somewhat drove into them. And we were now just going into warm-up, so 5 minutes of practice, sort out fuel strategies and how much fuel is required, ready for race 1 this evening. We had Rout, who is currently 28 points behind James Johnson, took pole, but James Johnson is right on his tail and can follow him home just the next 4 races. And then it was Mike Quint in 3rd. So we're currently having a look up and down the field. I was wondering who's going to get to the start-finish line first. To kind of give you a quick rundown of this circuit during warm-up. I think at the front it's actually De Jong. So in a moment, once he gets past the start-finish line, we will probably ride on board with him. Just to give you a quick rundown of this, like I said, circuit, it's 17 corners. It involves a very, probably one of the longest start-finish straights. In Formula 1 at least, until Azerbaijan turned up. And some very tricky technical sections and very fast-flowing, nearly Hungary-like twitching corners. So De Jong himself is just currently going into what will be turn 12 of 17, before lots more little corners to fight through. And seeing how he gets through here. So let's hopefully ride on board with him now as he goes through the final corner. And we can discuss this, very long straight. So 4.3 kilometers. I mean, this straight, there's such a long rundown to turn 1 here. You'll notice you've got the pit exit on the right-hand side there. Again, they have to hug the right-hand side for so long, but hopefully that shouldn't be any issues. So we're hitting nearly 170 miles an hour, or just over, as we smack on the brakes into turn 1, through the gears, down into 2nd. Keep it a little bit to the right for turns 2 and 3. The right, then further down flat. Just about try and get flat right, sorry. 2nd long straight. Again, you can do some more slipstreaming down here into what I consider kind of one of the first of the kind of stadium sections. Left hand of turn 4, straight into the right hand of turn 5, and then a quick squidge of the gas before braking again into turn 6. A few drivers have been a bit bouncy on the curves. You'll notice they're very wide as well, so we have to be very careful not to cut them so much. Then we have this Hungary-like twitching of corners that just come flat out. You have to be very careful for them. So through 7, then into 8, then instantly into 9, and then you've got a bit of a slight gap before you're into 10, the right-hander. Then 11, the left-hander. Very careful. There's very big anti-cut to stop people straight lining that one. Another run down here. We're going to hit about 160 miles an hour as we brake hard into the what I'd call the actual stadium section of turn 12. Again, lots of anti-cuts on the left-hand side, so people don't cut this into turn 13, the hairpin. That was a bit of a track cut there from De Jong into 14, and 15 is that little left-hander. It doesn't really count. And then 16, and technically this last corner, he's gone wide, is turn 17, and that is a lap of Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. So as I said, it's an old track. It was used in F1 many moons ago, and it was also used again last year for the first time. Quite a few alterations from what it used to be. Like I said, that stadium section is proving a unique point of Mexico, as we saw the kind of podium there last year. So how long have we got left? Just 90 seconds now. Should quickly run through. There were a few penalties from the last race. Bastian Pasler and Michael Bernard got back of the grid, but I don't think either of them are actually here tonight. So that's one easily done. And Rory Vasili, who I have seen around, has got a 10 place grid drop. 10-second time penalty and 5-place grid drop for hitting the brakes too late and hitting Matthew Churgwin last time out. So he will go a few car lengths back. Just looking through. It's also the first time this evening at GPVWC we're running the Simracing tools anti-cheat stuff. So there's a few niggling issues for various drivers if they work out that their Simracing tools is all running properly and functioning correctly. Hopefully it is, because this is the first time it's going to be mandatory this season. So anybody that's not running it during the races will be disqualified. So hopefully everyone's got it kind of tested it all working. And yeah, hopefully in for a thrilling evening. Weather-wise, it's about currently 23 degrees, I believe, on the server. May have that slightly wrong. And it's supposed to be a bit cloudier than this, I was expecting, but it's not supposed to rain, so hopefully all our drivers have set their cars up for a nice dry running. The other thing to mention is obviously with the very long straight requiring little downforce, and then kind of turn 7 through 11 where it's left, right, you kind of need to have a decent amount of downforce for there. I mean, and the stadium section itself in this last corner where it flows round. So we've now finished the warm-up session, so we should be going to the race session very shortly. We wait on a few other people to sort out. Tamuga Brer having some problems with the anti-cheat system, so hopefully he can fix that before the race. As we've got a few drivers still going around trying to put rubber down, obviously with that session being restarted earlier. There's a bit of worry that the rubber that they'd already laid down would be removed, but it was backed up using real road. So there's a decent amount of rubber going down, so it'll be interesting to see how that affects, the last corner, obviously those flowing fast corners earlier on. See what's going on. Yep, driver's going back to the garage. Oh, Cam got to the end of the pit lane and then somewhat stopped. I think we're going to possibly wait. Oh, no, actually it was Cam doing a practice start. It's such a run long down to turn 1. I am slightly concerned about the somewhat concertina effect. I mean, at full whack, these cars do just over 170 before braking. And I think from the start-finish line, they're probably going to be hitting about 140, 150. So hopefully they're all able to look after each other. Like I said, just waiting on Cabrera to return. Yep, 30 cars on the grid tonight as well. So I've got a full grid. Prove it very interesting. Fights up and down the grid. There's race director, Mr. Chris Williamson. Everyone into position, puts their grid spots. We will be shortly moving to the race. Wait for Mr. R Factor Man to ring us in. Famous R Factor Man to usually kind of make our ears bleed, as it's usually always too loud for all of us, and there's no point trying to talk over him. Mr. Williamson just reminding people to take extra care in the opening laps, not to talk through the chat system during the race. So it's 18 laps, 2 races of 18 laps tonight, so we will see how that pans out. I did have one driver telling me to be aware of the time limit. So obviously I can't remember off the top of my head what the time limit is. So we could get very close to that limit. James Johnson was very quick to the grid, as everyone checks their fuel levels, checks they've got the right setup loaded, but obviously they're in parc ferme after qualifying, so they're unable to change that. So as Stefan Moraut makes his way from pole, we will make our way through the grid. So on pole is indeed Stefan Moraut, as Mr. Williamson is informing me it's a 30-minute time limit, so we're going to be quite close to that. Alongside Mr. Rout is James Johnson in second place. Mike Quint is currently in the podium position for the start of this race, with Max Melamed in 4th. Edward Batala there in 5th place, with Michel de Jong down in 6th. Johan Lindberg makes up 7th place, and Antonio Orjankovic in 8th. Francisco Verdasca is in 9th place, with Wesley Stefano rounding out the top 10. We then have, and I should apologise at this point that I will be getting names wrong throughout the evening, Marseille Melnik, I apologise profoundly if I got that wrong, in 11th place. Cameron Brewster is in 12th, and I shouldn't get that wrong because he's a good friend of mine. Nirajan Kumar is in 13th. Matthew Churgwin for Drake Racing down in 14th place. Mantas Povolatis, the other Hints Motorsport car, is in 15th. Roy Vasili, with that 5-place good drop, was originally 11th, has moved down to 16th. Terence Gretsch for Zederick is in 17th place, with Konrad Derevic in 18th. Garrett de Vries in the back markade is in 19th place, and it's Lazarus Philippakos in 20th. Rob Mason is in 21st position, with Bruno Cesar Ferreira in 22nd. Samu Cabrera, hopefully his issues from earlier have fixed themselves. He was the driver that couldn't quite see all the other drivers. He's down in 23rd. Johan van der Sloot is in 24th place, and Jarrod van der Wilde in 25th. Shail Riaz is in 26th position, with Ben Willis for the other Zederick in 27th. It's Brett McCarr for back markade in 28th, and the back row of the grid is Lucas Asensio. Again, apologies if I pronounced your surname there wrong, Lucas, and Jeffrey Fournier in 30th. So Jeffrey is just going through the last few corners now, while Stefan sits patiently on the grid as the cars form up. Going to be a long wait actually for this one, as to they all form up. The other thing to point out is those on row 2 and row 3 are going to get some decent slipstream from the front guys. So will Stefan and James still be at the front to get 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and at Mexico we are going. So it's a good start there from Mike Quint. We're out putting a lot of rubber down. Quint getting straight into the slipstream of James Johnson, who is in the slipstream of Rout there. Max Melamed slightly further back there. Got Johnson trying to go for the left-hand side. He's been forcing the outside. Melamed's going to try and make it go 3 wide. Melamed's got a late braking. Oh, he's locked up and he's going to go wide. Oh, he's just about held it on. It's James Johnson in the lead. Stefan Rout needs to be careful here of Max Melamed, and need to make sure that Melamed and Quint don't trip each other up. In 3rd and 4th, we've got people. Conrad slipped down the order there. Ben Willis up to 23rd. He made some good positions. He got some chopping and changing for 2nd and 3rd as Quint locks up and smacks into Rout. Oh, he's locked. He's managed to. Oh, Stefan Rout nearly took out Max Melamed there, but he's managed to recover to 3rd. Quint there, sorry, down to 4th position. The top 5 trying to split away as we've got Turgwin and Milnik kind of fighting over each other in 10th and 11th IC. James Johnson's trying to make a run for it and make a big gap already as they all try and fly through this set of corners. See, Jeffrey Fournier has already retired due to a DNF. What happened there? I think he may have just locked. Oh, he got punted possibly there. What was that going on? Going into the corner. It was 2 came together, Stefano and Lucas, and obviously neither of them could stop. And Fournier got hit round sadly, as Johnson still has that 3/4 of a second gap. We go through the final corner of complete lap 1. So Rout there in 3rd would lose 10 points over James Johnson, making the gap 38 points with 75 still on the table. And they're saying that here comes Mike Quint. He's going to be getting a nice slipstream, but he's kind of maxed out already. That's very early to max out on these cars. He's obviously got quite a lot of downforce for the other corners as Max Melamed tries to go around the outside and hits Johnson. Oh, he's just about managed to keep it going. Rout's going to try and make use of this. He's going to try and dive at the inside. It's nearly made use of it. As I see replay myself of Max Melamed, so he kind of... Oh, he turned a little bit early, but Johnson was lucky there. He managed to kind of go sideways and power it on and keep it going. And it now means that Melamed, Quint and Rout are kind of fighting over 2nd, 3rd and 4th again, giving Johnson a chance to run away again. Someone falling down the order there. Oh, I think Churgwin's been spun. Oh, and that was nearly someone else hitting him there, as he was already off the circle. What happened there then? Let's have a quick look. Churgwin, oh, Kumar looks like he's going in a little bit near sideways into the corner and smacks him round, but he does give the place back, so I'll give him credit for that. Meanwhile, at the front, the gap 1st, 2nd is now over a second. It's another second between, sorry, 7/10 between second and third, with Quint kind of keeping Rout honest there in fourth. Darlow and De Jong. It's kind of a bit of a train actually, going through the stadium selection as they all bunch up together. You know, the gap is less than 5 seconds in the top 10 at the moment. Cameron Brewster there currently in 10th place. We've still got 29 of the 30 runners going. Bruno Sousa Ferreira is currently the last runner, is quite a bit behind, so obviously missed something going on there. Long straight, has anyone managed to slipstream? No, they're all kind of split apart now. Batala possibly looking at fourth, but thinks better of it. We've got anyone trying to dive down the inside, down the straight. We've got 12th and 13th. Ziddy and Gretsch going all side by side through the first corner. Gretsch needs to be a bit careful here. They are doing what this is brilliant driving machine. Oh, they got the tyres interlocked. That nearly worked. Gretsch needs to be a bit careful about coming onto the circuit in reverse. They went through turn 1 beautifully and just managed to link tyres up together going through turn 2, which is a shame because they were trying to be very honest with each other. Meanwhile, back at the front, the gaps. James Johnson managed to extend it to 1.6 now to Max Melamed. Stefan is now only 4 tenths behind him in third. Obviously, the slipstreaming could kind of make the tyres a bit marginal. Have to keep an eye on how people do near the end of the race. So, what we've got then in the last points playing position is currently Sharo Riaz, 15th, but where's Lee Stefano? Right behind him, ready to jump on a mistake if he must make one. I must admit, during qualifying, I think he escaped to pit lane and came back out a few times, so he may be getting a penalty for pit lane etiquette there anyway. Let's see as we go down this long straight onto lap 4 of 18. The gaps are all big enough that they are getting an effect on slipstream, but Quint's getting one off Rout, who's getting one off Max Melamed. So it's not really helping each other at the moment. Let's just see as they all make their way into turn 1. Anyone side by side. 16th and 17th looking a bit close. Sorry, 17th and 18th. Teammates, in fact. As Conrad goes down the inside, that's obviously going to be quite accepting by... Yep, Yarod. He wasn't going to fight that one too hard. Didn't want to cause an issue there. But that looks like some nice fun racing between them two. As Yarod now gets the slipstream. Back on his teammate. He's now going to have the outside for the first corner. Is he going to try and tuck underneath? Oh, he's going to get another good exit on this one if he can tuck it in nicely. Not quite. So, Wesley now right on the back as well of Shariul for 15th in that last points paying position. And Shiro goes a little bit wide through turn 10. Sorry, turn 7. His tyre, he's somewhat burning up his tyres by the looks of it. Yeah, he's gone wide there. And Stefano's going to look and have a decent run on him here. Try and have a bit of slipstream, dive down the inside. He's looking at it. Yes, Rayaz's tyres are absolutely melting by the looks of it. Oh, Stefano! Oh, that was a little bit clumsy. It's going to cause a bit of an issue. No, he's managed to get the place back, but the two, Yarod and Yarod and Conrad manages to benefit from that as Rayaz runs wide at the final corner. He's managed to get back on, but it's a bit of a traffic jam going on down there at the final corner. As at the front, it is still James Johnson, Max Melamed, Stefan Rout, Mike Quint. I'm just going to see how this fight. Ben Willis getting a double slipstream, and he's got one behind. They're going to go 3 wide in turn 1 here. Ben Willis on the inside, Van der Wild on the outside, in the middle. Riaz on the outside. Sorry. Oh, Ben Willis managing to take 2 cars in 1 corner there. Very nicely done. There's Roy Zilli going off a little bit there. I think he just managed to tag the back of one of the other cars. He was a bit unlucky there. He's a bit careful coming back on. Yep, on there. He's okay. I'm going to look back towards the front where Stefan Rout must be getting sick of the front of the back of Max Melamed's car, as James Johnson is now 2.5 seconds in the lead and doesn't need to worry about tyres being melted in the dirty air of other cars. And Mike Quint keeping Stefan honest. Obviously doesn't want to cause an incident, but we'll be looking for that last spot on the podium. As Melamed's got a bit wide, is Wout Merrill taking advantage? No, he's not. But if he gets a good exit here, which I think he need to touch the back of Melamed's car, he could get a good run down through to turn 1. So let's see how this is going to go. saying that, Quint's probably got a better run on. Gonna be fun into turn 1. Stefan Mout's gonna have to take the outside. Quint's gonna go with him, so Menemed's gonna lose 2 positions on this straight. Need to be careful, the 2, or lock up from Menemed. He just manages to avoid hitting his teammate there. So, poor Menemed there goes from 2nd down to 4th on 1 straight. As he may lose a 3rd place here, as Batalo in 5th place is on the outside. He's going to try and tuck underneath. Menemed goes very deep, but he's got the inside for the next corner. And he just about holds on, but this is causing a bit of a traffic jam behind now as Limburg and de Jong look like fancy having a piece of that pie. So, meanwhile, in the last points paying position at the moment is Conrad, now in 15th place. It was Riaz, he's now down to 22nd after that slide at the last corner. And see what's going on. The gap now, due to all that fighting between Quint, Menemed and Rout, means James Johnson has a 4-second gap over Rout. Is he going to be able to make that up as we're a third of the way through the race already? It's got to be difficult, but never say never. And see how the team's constructors are doing. I have to calculate all that during warm-up. And for the second race too, and work out what this means for the constructors. So what kind of fights are going on at the moment. Let's see who's close to each other. Got a long train of them going through the start-finish line at the moment. So fights at the moment that I can see going on. We've got 17th, 18th and 19th just going across the start-finish line now. Quite close. Still only 1 DNF. So still 29 running drivers, all still on the lead lap. Bruno Sousa Ferreira currently going through the stadium section as James Johnson's looking towards those fast flickety left-rights. Rout bringing the gap down slightly there. It was about 4.2. Now 3.8 seconds. Just needs to be a bit careful here. He doesn't run too wide through this Hungarian Grand Prix like corners that just flow one after another. You have to make sure you get turn 7 correct as Quint there goes a little bit wide, a little bit dirty. Manages to hold it all together. See what else is going on. So behind Max Menemed, you've got Batala, Limburg, de Jong and Antonio. It's also now right on the back for this, so they're all ready to pounce. May actually follow Antonio here. He's in 8th place at the moment. Let's see if his exit, he could get a nice double slipstream here. He manages to keep onto the back. Gap between James and Stefan now down to 3.6, so a couple more tenths, but he needs a bit more than that. Michael de Jong is making a bit of slipstream up there on Lindbergh, 6th and 7th. He's going to have, de Jong's going to try for the inside here. Should be an easy one, slightly later on the brakes. Is he going to go a little bit deep? No, he's covered that off. As long as he gets a nice exit through turns 2 and 3, he should have 6th place. That's a nice move. Very nice move there. And then it's Lindbergh. So Lindbergh's now instantly looking for the slipstream. Get back on him. He's going to take the outside line here, hoping that de Jong. Yeah, it's nicely blocked there by Jong. He knew exactly what Lindbergh was doing. He thought, right, well, you'll have to go a long way around, matey, because I'm parking the car here on this apex, and he's done it beautifully. Lindbergh not trying anything too silly. And he's going to have to try and follow him, as we've also lost Kumar there due to suspension damage. I missed that. Let's give a quick look and see what went on there. He's fallen through the order. It was quite a while ago. What's happened there? Was he fighting anyone? So he was in 23rd. And I think he may have lost it himself, sadly. So yeah, he's going down into turn 4. But they may have already had the damage, I'd say. Or was he damaged it on the curb? He took quite a bit of the curb. Oh, he took a bit of the curb and then smacked into the wall. He's paid for that one, I'm afraid. Meanwhile, back at the front, we've got the train of 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. Still chewing along, as I saw that I passed there by Van der Wilden 17th. I think I missed that one. Was Stefano looking at the inside, didn't quite get it. So what we're looking at here. Oh, I just think De Jong go wide. He's in 6th place. Lindbergh is going to try and take it back. Got a good run on him. Yep. Is De Jong going to try and chuck it down the inside? No, he's just about 4 better. Oh, Lindbergh gave him space. He's going to try and nose it up the inside. No. So Lindbergh there takes 6th. A good opportunistic move there. I think De Jong just went a little bit wide. And lost a little bit of speed and that long, second long straight. Looks like Berg took advantage of it. Fight for the last points playing position. Also hotting up, you've got Mantas Poviatis currently occupying it for Hinds Motorsport, but right on the back of him is Matthew Churgwin as they go through turns 7, 8, 9 and 10. So very kind of difficult to follow the cars through here, I hear. So Churgwin is somewhat showing this. The car's kind of dragging out in ways he doesn't really want it to go. He goes a little bit wide there on the AstroTurf, but holds it all together as they go through into the stadium section. I reckon there's going to be an overtake going on here in a minute. See if we can stay on board with these two. Gap at the front down to 3 seconds now, so we'll cut to that in a moment. Just want to see how Churgwin does here. An okay exit. See what he's going to try and follow him all the way down. So he's got a nice slipstream here. I know he was hitting some decent slipstreaming speeds earlier on. Poviatis has gone to very deep on the inside. Churgwin's going to have to go a long way around, side by side. Last of the late breakers. Churgwin is going to have to just about, yep. That was a decent attempt there. Oh, Churgwin sliding it there through the exit. Turn 4. Just about holds it. Let's see what's happening back at the front. So it's James Johnson still at the front. 3.1 seconds to rout, and James just lapping the first car, which is Cabrera now. So hopefully Cabrera is able to get out of the way in a few seconds' time when Stefan comes to meet him. Make him a hand and get him some slipstream actually. Gaps between the train of 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th has split a little bit, but 9th and 10th have now come to join on the back of it. Churgwin is still in 16th. Drops a little bit back now from Poviatis. See what's going on. The front. There's still big gaps. No slipstreaming through the long start-finish straight at the moment. See if there's right, 13th and 14th maybe worth a look. That is currently Sherwin van der Sloot and Conrad. We obviously he was in 15th earlier, so gonna have the inside now for turn 1 with that slipstream. They're kind of both hitting their top speed. Last the late breakers, Conrad slightly later. And manages to take 13th, but is he going to be able to hold it? Going to go a little bit wide here. No, he's holding it together. Is Sherwin going to be able to get a bit slipstream back on him? Be a bit bold to make a move back from there, and he thinks better of it. Oh, Churgwin though, just behind. In 16th place. He's still fighting Poviatis in the Hinds Motorsport car, so he's probably sick of the back of that green car by now. He makes a very good run through the hairpin though. I think this is the point where people's tyres, on lap 11 out of 18, just start to tail off a little bit. They'll feel it more. Yeah, Poviatis is struggling to go through. Left, right, left, he's gone wide. That gives Churgwin 15th place. Just seeing it there, his tyres have started to smoke as he went through that right-hander. And he struggled to then make it through the left. So that's a nice move there from Churgwin into the points. But look, so Cabrera is still, he's not holding up route by looks of it. He is far enough ahead, but gap is extended between first and second to 3 seconds as James meets the next piece of traffic to lap, which is Shariel Riaz, who hopefully not kind of making it easy for him, for James Johnson. But he's going to realise now, this is going to be a very interesting next set of corners. No, I think he's backed off a little bit. Gone a little bit wide there through turn 7 anyway, for good measure. Oh, just about. Cabrera and the rest get through. And what's going on here? I'm looking at current fight at the moment between 19th and 20th. Oh, Ben Willis needs to be careful, as does Lazarus in 21st. All very close to each other. Ben's in 20th position, but would really like that 19th. Oh, that's a very late braking move from Ben. Yeah, a little bit too late. Oh, and he spun it round, so it doesn't damage the car. He's hit the wall there again. Has he got damage? Hopefully he's going to keep it going. I think he's struggling to get the car going. A little bit too far back. A little bit too ambitious. He's got the car going again. Hopefully he's got no problems. Oh, I've just realised Mike Quint and Stefan were out. Must have missed something there because Quint's got the outside line and is going for second. Good shout there from my cameraman Quintin Plane. Thank you very much. So what happened there then? Suddenly, did Wout have a bad exit? He did. He had a bad exit at the final corner. Went wide onto the AstroTurf, which meant he was then struggling all the way down that straight. And that second of the big gap became nothing because Quint took it from him. And that's got big repercussions in the championship. Because that's 3 more points that James Johnson's going to have ahead of Wout. So it may not be fully completed by tonight, but you know it's not going to be much for James to finish it off at this kind of rate of knots he's pulling away. And it somewhat gives James a kind of free run at the moment because he's on lap 13 of 18 and he's now 4.5 seconds of Quint. As those two in second and third now fight back again for the podium position. Vitala's about 5 seconds off the podium, so he'll be hoping that Wout and Quint really fight each other. Must admit, we've also realised Max Menemed's fallen down. He was in 4th position, he's now down to 6th. We've got Johan Lindberg and Vitala in 4th and 5th having a good battle. Let's see how these three go for the slipstreaming effect on each other. Oh sorry, it's Riaz, Lindberg lapping Riaz there. He's probably going to get a good slipstream actually out of this. And may try and unlap himself over Lindberg. Let's be a bit careful here. He's pulled out to the right. Lindberg doesn't really want to get involved in this, as he's currently in 5th with Riaz in 27th. Is he going to let Melimed through? Yep. So Melimed gained a little bit there on Lindberg. He had to work out what was going on with lap cars. What else is going on? Now occupying that last points paying position in 15th is Van der Slut, although Mantas needs to be a little bit careful here. Currently in 16th now, so he's out the points. Oh, Slut's just about lost it under control there. And that's given the place back to Povolatis. That was a bit of a curse of the commentator there. Apologies, Mr. Slut. Just about lost it under the on the exit. And about lost control, and he was holding position there nicely. He was a little bit unlucky, just on the exit, just a little bit of a twitch when he needed at least. So now this is going to be fun. Just looking at second and third, already driving off the road to get out the way. This may help Wout here actually, because he's going to get a good slipstream off Wout, and then he's going to get another one off Quint. So actually, Wout's catching on Quint here. Definitely a smaller gap. He's going to look to the inside. A little bit too far back there, I think. Oh, Quint, what happened there? Quint's gone way wide. Needs to be a little bit careful over those jumps. Anti-cuts. Oh no, Quint! Oh, that's going to be an interesting one to look at. Quint, he kind of came back on. And right in his blind spot was the admittedly lapped car, but that's still Vasily. And yeah, I kind of feel a little bit naughty there from Quint. Didn't realise what was going on. And now Cabrera is... Sorry, that was another car looking unlucky himself, as Yarrow has retired as DNF. So what happened to him? He was following Philippakos. Found somewhere in 20th place, started sliding through turn 7, still a little over turn 8, caught it, smacked into the wall. Sadly, that was his day over. So that's now our 4th retirement. See Lucas go out earlier. Importantly, that's Rout back up to 2nd. But he's 6 seconds now behind Johnson, who's just started lap 16. Quint now is going to see if he can get the slipstream back on Stefan Rout. Quite a bit far back here. I don't think he's going to be doing it this lap. Car's going to be hitting nearly 175 miles an hour. 174. That wasn't too far off. What's the next piece of traffic? It is, I can't quite tell from here, Terence Gretsch, who's currently in 23rd. Hopefully he is able to get out of the way, although Quint's got a nice slipstream here. Nice exit on the previous corner. He's looking for the inside. He's braked slightly later. He's locked up slightly. Rout's giving him room. He's going to have the inside for the right-hander. And he's just about nicely given Quint just enough room and held the position. See what other fights are going on up and down. I mean, these two are going to be fighting, I think, for the final laps. Let's see what are the two drivers going to be fighting close to each other. I think Bruce has been looking at the back of 9th place all evening so far. Mantis has a 4-second gap now in the last points playing position, so looking okay for him. I can't believe how many drivers have been lapped, actually. I mean, it's quite a long lap here. As we were talking about earlier, you know, we could hit the limit on time. I can't tell how we're doing for that. I think we're going to be okay. I can't remember how long I've been talking for. So, Johnson now on the penultimate lap. A nice 7-second gap. Quint in 3rd is only half a second behind Rout here, so that definitely isn't over, that fight. So that's be going to the end. It's all going to depend on exits. Who gets the best exit? Probably in the final corner of this lap. And then try and hold it. Not really. They're catching up in Terence slowly, but... Oh, Rout got a little bit wide there. He's going to give Quint the inside. He's still going to go for the inside. He's fought just about better of it. Is Rout struggling with his tyres? He did have to follow and Melamed or Quint, I can't remember which one he was following for quite a long time. So is his tyres going, and Quint got the upper hand here. They go through the 7, 8, 9 and 10. Quint goes a little bit twitchy, manages to hold on to it. Seeing how all the other cars are somewhat handling at the moment. They're nearing the end of their tyre life now. So let's see how Quint does then out of this final couple of corners. Is he going to keep out? Get the slipstream for him? Yes, he is. Has he got the top speed? And the lack of downforce is what you need here. Have a go at him. He's going to have a good run. He's pulling him in. Which way is Rout going to go? He's going to take the inside and say, right, if you want to overtake me, you've got to go around the long way. Quint gets as much slipstream as he dares. Rout just about holds the corner. Is Quint going to try and duck underneath or try and get a good exit from the next few lines? The jump a little bit too much curve there, I think. And Rout's managed to hold it. Quickly looking at Brewster still trying to fight there for 9th place. But I'll focus mainly on the top 3 now. We are currently on the final lap. Yeah, Rout's really struggling tyre-wise now. Quint, ooh, nearly nudged him. Be a bit careful there. Terence not needing to move out the way. He is keeping ahead of these guys. But just need to be a bit careful through these corners. Quint's got a little bit wide because of the lack of downforce now. Where this is where he's going to really want it the most and really struggle following. Terence there kicking a little bit of AstroTurf dirt. But we should probably focus on James Johnson because with Rout and Quint and Melamed all fighting each other, it's allowed him to run away with it. So, first blood goes James Johnson as he manages to extend his lead. And he wins here at the first race tonight at Mexico. Rout's going to hopefully, yep, just about hold on to 2nd place. So, fight for the championship still on. It's Mike Quint 3rd. Carlo's going to bring home 4th. Lindbergh 5th. Menomed comes through the final corner, should hold on to 6th. Antonio 7th. Francisco Velasquez 8th. I heard of someone smacking the wall there. I don't know if that was something at the end. 9th, Masid Malik. 10th, Cameron Brewster. Conrad Zerovic is going to be 11th. Matthew Churgwin managed to get Rob Mason there for 12th. Obviously right near the end. So Rob Mason 13th. Mantis Bobliatis in 14th. And our last points paying position, he's going to hold it together, is going to be Wesley Stefano. So I need to quickly write these down and work out what this means for the drivers and the constructors, because they're the important ones at the moment. So, sadly, I'm new to doing this tonight, so I've not kind of kept a running tally of who's in which team. So during the warm-up, I'm probably going to be asking questions on the chat, see who's around, and try and comment on what you guys are on about while desperately trying to work out what this means for the constructors, because the Drivers' Championship is still on. This means that James Johnson coming in first and Stefan in second means that James gains 7 points. This means, 5 points in fact. It's 20 for second place, not 18. So there's a 5-point increase on his gap, means he is now 33 points ahead with 75 still on the table. So still all to play for, but if Rout struggles in this next race, remember we do a reverse grid, and James Johnson get a decent bunch, he just needs to be 51 points ahead to wrap it up here tonight. So let's see, where did De Jong finish? De Jong finished sadly in 17th, so no points there for Mad Cape, but it was James Johnson who got the win, so Mad Cape get 25. Deltec Racing, I need to work out who was driving for them. Obviously Stefan Verhout, they get 18. So between those two, it's then 129 point gap. And I don't know who the other Deltec Racing driver is tonight. If anyone on the stream is able to shout out who else is driving for Deltec. It is... quickly flicking through all the cars. It was Lazarus. Lazarus Philippakos, who also didn't get any points. So the gap for the constructors is now 129 points, with a grand total of 45 times 3, 135 left on the table. So it's looking like Mad Cape will probably wrap up the constructors tonight. So I'm going to quickly note that down. Yep, Lazarus in 19th, and means that that one didn't get any points. And De Jong in 17th means from James Johnson's teammate didn't get any points. But yeah, the gap increases by the same 7 points as it does in the Drivers' Championship. And yeah, goes 129 points. So that's interesting. James Johnson commenting on the blue flags not being particularly useful here. Did kind of agree with him, but then I've not seen quite a few got lapped as well. Let's see what the Van Rout commenting on a nice battle there with Mike Quint. I agree with him there. So Quint also commenting this Stefan fun fight, so they've enjoyed it. Kumar there apologising to Churgwin and Cabrera. I think he spun Churgwin around earlier. So we now have a small break as we sort out race 2. So we've got 17 people watching so far. So hello everyone. Marius Van Wink, Jeffrey Fournier. Oh, and Nirujan Kumar. He's commented there saying made a big mistake, took out 2 guys. Unlucky. Bad things sadly do happen. But hopefully back for race 2. And Riaz there was doing his best to figure out when to let by and not mess up. Yeah, especially with obviously on the straight, it's very easy just to kind of take your foot off the accelerator a little bit, kind of tally it up, work out what's best to let them by. But when you're going through 7, 8, 9, 10, the left, right is kind of struggle to let anyone by without running off. Obviously, being a modern F1 circuit and a very recent F1 circuit, there's lots of tarmac runoff. But obviously in sim racing, we need to make sure that people don't cut too much, so we have to put anti-cuts there. So that's the way the cookie crumbles tonight. Be about a 5-10 minute gap to work out, get ready for race 2 and work out the first grid. So, what's going? Anything going on in the chat tonight? Too much? What you guys want to talk about tonight? Talk about the F1, the WEC, Webber. We got Massa in his final few races in the F1. Got obviously Gerard Butler and that shoey. And obviously looking forward to Mexico this weekend and see if Lewis Hamilton can carry it on winning ways now that he's back to them. I hope he can, just to keep the championship going. And this one is going to hopefully go to the final evening. Like I said, just 35 points. 33 points, in fact. There's 75 difference. Be interesting to hear from drivers and fans what they've made of so far this season of Formula Challenge. Obviously, penultimate race. And as a few drivers go out for warm-up, which will be 5 minutes. Put some more rubber down on the track. Now it's rubbering in nicely. Probably making the turn 7 through 10 slightly easier. I suppose I should also give a shout out to Marius van Wink, who said, "Great commentary, Philip." So I like the optimism. The check will be in the post. Thank you very much. Even Anderson's getting involved as well. Well, I'll ramble on about anything and everything. So I should also say thank you so far to Quintin Plane. He's doing a great job on the cameras. I've kind of got the, as you probably guessed, the YouTube channel running alongside me, and we are on Facebook, I believe, as well. So if you are watching us on Facebook, hello, welcome. There's a bit of chatting going around YouTube, so do come join us. We see first grid, so it's number 11. That's Zerebic on pole, and that's going to make it highly interesting. So that'll be likes of Rout and James Johnson having to come back from about 12th, 13th place. I think that means also Cameron Brewster, who I am singling out yet again, starts 2nd or 3rd. So that's going to be fun for him. He's got a few podiums so far this season. So he'll be hoping to close the gap up. Oh, I didn't see how Scuderia Basilia did, actually. So who am I looking at there in terms of drivers? I'm looking at Mike Quint. And it was Mike Quint and Max Melamed, wasn't it, for Scuderia Basilia, I believe? So they got a good haul of points there. So yeah, 3rd and 6th, whereas Drake Racing would about, I think, 9th and 12th. So they've dropped back a little bit there in their quest to get the third position in the constructors. The gap's probably going to be about 35 points. But if Cam and Chuggy can get some points in race 2, they could soon close that back up again. And he takes a couple of retirements, and it kind of, I mean, yeah, it can soon change very quickly. So, a couple of minutes to go. I'm currently looking at Batala, who finished there in 4th. First step off the podium, as they sometimes say. First loser. Definitely not. He'll be happy with 4th place there. A few more points on the board near the end of the season. Just charge up the board. Seeing what we can do lower down now in race 2. Always a fun one. The fast guys want to get up there as soon as possible, but safely. Like I said, Rout and Quint. And brilliant fair racing throughout that race. Weather-wise, not much going on. Nice and warm. 20 odd degrees. A few clouds in sight. Not as dark as practice and qualifying. There was one moment I was with a team in practice, and they all kind of looked and went, it's got a bit dark. And there's a slight concern. Obviously, we've got Brazil. Is it Brazil in a fortnight? I may be wrong on that one. I need to double check. As you probably guessed, come fully prepared. It is indeed Autodromo Jose Carlos in a fortnight. where the ITC guys on Monday night will be finishing off their season. So, been putting in a few laps around there. Quite a fun circuit. Not my favourite, must admit. I'm more of a fan. I suppose now that I'm lead commentator, I get to ramble about my favourite things. And at this point, I'm sure Cam and Chuggy will be shouting, "Oh God, he's going to talk about his favourite circuits." I am. They're usually not everyone else's favourites. I like things like Istanbul and South Korea and Mexico. Yeah, actually, I enjoy Mexico. I think it was a very good spectacle for Formula One. I think we've had a very good fun race to watch so far. Lots of long straights. I don't like fast flowing corners is my problem. I like stop starty things. So I don't like corners 7 to 10. But apart from that, this one looks quite fun to race. I've not had the chance to do it too much. I don't think it would suit touring cars very much at all. We've got the end of the warm-up. So Mr. Williamson, race director tonight, thank you very much for organising. It's just putting, we have 28 cars left, putting them into position. So we've lost a couple of guys. Hopefully they are going to return or they're going to miss out here. For this one, as Mantis pulls into the pits. I'll also point out, this week obviously we've got Super Cup and Super League racing tonight and tomorrow night at Mexico. So there'll be more racing live at GPVWC on our YouTube channel. Can't say I can remember who's doing commentary. I sadly won't be me because I will be realising I'm off to Wales this weekend. Well, from Thursday in fact. Watch the World Rally Championship with, as I keep mentioning, Mr. Brewster. We'll be swapping Formula Challenge for a manner of crazy rally cars, both international and national. So I'm hoping to see a Subaru or two. So we've got Jared van der Wiel just doing practice start. A bit of wheel spin there. Finishes that one off. So everyone bar 4 drivers in the pits. Getting a few more corners in. We'll be moving to race in a moment. Yep, ambient temperature 20 degrees, tap temperature 19, so it's cooled down a little bit. Logan comes through the final corners. Going to be pitting. He is. Very interesting pit entry here, where you kind of have to hug a little bit right and kind of back off on the racing line, which is always a worry. A bit like the South Korea pit entry. My memory of that, playing at F1 2011, going 3 wide through the final corner, and me being in the middle, wanting to be in the pit lane.
Attention grid, all non-essential personnel leave the grid now.
All I can say is it didn't end well for the guy on the right-hand side, who didn't want to go into the pit lane and ended up going into the pit wall. But anyway, back to this evening's ongoings. Ambient temperatures dropped a degree to 19. And once everyone has gotten to the grid, they've got 15 seconds to do so. I'll shout through where our 28 drivers are placed for the final race of this evening at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez. Okay, a couple seconds left, everyone on the grid. So, taking the reverse pole is Konrad Zerebic in first place. Alongside him on the front row is Cameron Brewster of Fanatec Drake Racing. It's Marcel Malinik for Hinge Motorsport in third position. Francisco Verdasca in fourth. Antonio Jankovic is in fifth place for Blasvik, with Max Melamed in sixth. Johan Lindberg in seventh position. Joining him on the fourth row of the grid is Edward Batala. And I've got that. Yeah, I've got that right. I can't count now. Edward Batala in 8th position. Mike Quint is 9th, with Stefan Moraut rounding out top 10. James Johnson's in 11th position, with Matthew Turgwin in 12th. He'd probably be annoyed that the reverse grid number was 11. Rob Mason, half of the DC lead, is in 13th, with Mantas Povliatis in 14th. Wesley Sabano is in the last points paying position he starts at in 15th, with Sherwin van der Sloot in 16th. Stuart de Vries with Backmarker Brigade is in 17th, with Lazarus Philippakos in 18th. Ben Willis, the other, is in Cedric Racing's car in 19th position, with Terence Gretsch, his teammate, in 20th. So they've got the 10th row locked out. See how that goes at the start, from quite a way bit back. Brugabra is in 21st position, with Roy Vasili, also his teammate, for Cosmo Autosport. So they've got row 11. Shayu Riaz is in 23rd, with Brett McCarthy, the other Backmarker Brigade, in 24th. Gerard van der Wild is in 25th, with Lucas is in 25th, Nirajan Kumar in 26th, and Jeffrey Fournier in 27th, as someone has spun round there, and I've missed who it was. It was that spun round, because they are way... they shouldn't be. It was Riaz there. Thank you very much, Mr. Quintin Plane. Hopefully he's got no damage. We've also already lost Edward Batala, so that bumps a few people up. Gergo now in 11th. So, annoyingly, he's now at that 11th position. Riaz has now got to make his way through the field. Be a little bit careful here, because obviously a lot of cars will be slowing down to get into position. Easy. And he's managed to get into position, so we'll follow the guys at the front as the final guys get into position at the back. So we've got 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, and 5 lights. And for the final time this evening, we are off. The decent start there from Zerovic. Cameron Brewster is going to try and tuck straight into the slipstream. Miniek for Hinge Motorsport in 3rd has also got a nice double slipstream going on here. Zerovic is going to take the inside. Cameron Brewster is going to have to go a long way round. Miniek is they're going to go 3 wide to turn 1. This is a bit scary to watch here. They've just about all made it. Oh no, Miniek! Zerovic tapped, but just to hold it off. Cam Brewster backed off there. Nice positioning. Just to be a bit careful there. Not turning back a Miranek. That's allowed Zerovic to go. And there's been a bit more of an incident at the back there. Stefano and Mason got involved. What happened there? Let's have a quick look. It's a little bit going wide, and it all kind of kicked off a little bit at the back. Cam Brewster is right on the back now. Importantly, there's a bit of a fight with 10th position. Rout's got 3 guys all ahead of him working out what's going on. James Johnson has already got ahead, so he's a bit careful here. Kind of all bunching up a little bit. Oh, Derek de Vries is going down the order a little bit there. No, that's Antonio, sorry, Mantis. Sorry, Antonio's going. Oh no, guys, be a bit careful there. Antonio's gone all the way back, and sadly, a few of them kind of picked him up along the way. So at the moment, it's Conrad, followed by Miniek, followed by Brewster, followed by Verdaska, Mike Quint in 5th, James Johnson all the way up to 6th position, and he's got Quint. He's going to go for a move for 5th as we come into the stadium. Minimek gives him room. Is he going to try and hold the inside though in the stadium? He is. Rout's also following Johnson at the moment. Is Johnson going to be able to make this one without having to back off too much? He is. Probably see how the straight's going out though, but it's a gap between each of the cars. So that was a decent first lap for some of them. We've got no one's retired, which is a good thing to see at least. So there were a few spinning around, which is a shame. Riaz is in the pits already, so he must have a problem. There's no slipstreaming going on there at the moment. Johnson actually is in 7th place, is looking for Melamed for 6th. Rout just sitting back, seeing what goes on. Melamed's going to go a little bit deep. Rout's got a nice run there actually. He will be picking up the tab in a moment. And can't do anything about it, it's a little bit sideways. Currently in the last pole position is Luke Willings. Obviously he's not had a good start. I think he got involved, sadly tapped Real Jankovic when he was spun round. So he's went from 11th to 15th at the start of this race. But he's in the points, so don't know what can go from there. Batala sadly trying to re-enter, but it's a bit too late for that, I'm afraid, mate. Got Marcel Moniak right near the back of Zerovic. Not letting him run away with it yet, which is good to see. Brewster trying to keep a hold of them, but he's got Daska right behind us. Oh, Kumar and Van der Wild having a bit of a fight. 16th and 17th, they need to be a bit careful there. At the front, anybody going to be... Oh, Johnson and Melamed, 6th and 7th. Johnson's up to 6th position. Menemed's going to break slightly later. Oh, just about manages to hold it all, but sadly loses position. So that's Johnson 6th. Rout 8th. Oh, Menemed's gone a little bit wide. Is that going to give Rout a chance? No, he's a bit too far back. Kumar and Vanderbilt still fighting each other, 16th and 17th. Bergwijn up to 14th now, so he's going to try and take a few places back. Let's see what's going on then. Oh, we've got 4th and 5th. Mike Quint trying to go on the outside to get his place back, and he has, so he's back up to 4th. And this, of course, will be helping. Yep, you've named it right, James Johnson. He will be trying to catch up to both of them. We're out trying to follow them, but we'll be losing points on this one. But right now, it still will go to the final race just. Because right now, it will be Johnson gaining an extra 6th is 10. 8 is 8, only a couple of points over his rival. So 35 with them 50 on the table. Let's see, I think the problem at the moment, first and second, is that the Hinds Motorsport car just can't follow Conrad through those last corners. And then doesn't get enough slipstream. Max Melamed 7th, Stefan Rout in 8th. Rout's going to try outside. He got him. Very late braking, locked up, goes wide. He's going to have to give that back, I feel. Let's see, is he going to... He's clever, he'll give it back. Because I think he overtook him, technically, while going off circuit and locking up. So, I really do hope he gives that back. It doesn't appear like he is, or is he going to give it back here? Okay. Whoa, that wasn't the best place to brake, because that nearly ruined Menemed's tyres there. The big lock-up, and that's bringing Limburg. Meanwhile, Johnson is catching up massively on Melamed. Oh, who's that? Cameron Brewster. Oh no! Brewster is off. What happened there? He's going through turn 7. Oh, and he started spinning. Managed to catch it. But he's got going again. He's down now in 9th. So he's got Roy Vasili right on his backside. Johnson has got ahead of Velasco as well because of all that. So Johnson's up to 4th. Vasili kind of jumping all of the curb there. Cameron... Oh, he's going to be a bit careful behind him. Slut and who's that? Terence Gretsch. So Vasili goes wide. And now I think he's going to have a lot of slipstreaming from people behind him there. Gretsch needs to get into this slipstream train because otherwise Slip's going to leave him for dust. Vasili looking to come back on Brewster. And he has. That's Brewster down to 10th. And he's going to be able to do it on the brakes around the outside here. He's going to have a go. But I think Vasili's got that one done. That's up to 9th, Brewster down to 10th. Meanwhile, Johnson, 2 seconds behind Quint, with podium spot. Gap between 1st and 2nd, still about a second. And a couple back to Quint in 3rd. So, oh, and now it's Brewster down to 11th. So he's going to go straight back, trying for 10th. I think he's going to get it. Yep, he has. So he's back up to 10th. His teammate taking the last points podium position at the moment. Bit of tyre smoke from Quint in 3rd. Hopefully not using too much of his tyres there. Got 27 cars that started. Still running. Oh, as I say that, Rihanna's in the final position going a little bit sideways, but holding on to it. So where's the fights happening at the moment? Going to be slipstreaming their way through 1. Looks like 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th is where the battle is at the moment. Is Cameron Brewster, Sherwin van der Sloot, Terence Gretsch and Wesley Stefano. But oh, and Nirajan Kumar in 14th is going to get involved on this. Sorry, Matthew Churgwin is going to get involved on Nirajan Kumar and has taken 14th position. Nice slipstream there. That's another position there for Fantastic drag as Philippakos all spins it right round like a record. That was unlucky there, he's lost a few positions. He's out the points now. Going through turn 1. What happened there? Did he get a tap or did he just lose it under? Oh, I think he just lost it under braking and then slight bit of gas just caused it to spin around and complete the loop. Oh, and I think he's got a bit of a problem there because he's just done it again. Yep, I think he's got a problem. He's testing the car out and it's a bit all over the place. And I think he's just lost his front wing and I think he's going to be our first retirement. He is, sadly. So that's our first retirement today as I hear someone else sounds like slamming into the wall. Oh, Brett McCarthy. Brett McCarthy there is our second retirement in quick succession. Oh no, and it's his teammate that spun out with Ben Willis and he's tried to avoid it and smacked Ben Willis. He's avoided his teammate, but then hit the other car that had been spun. So that was a bit unlucky there, I'm afraid. So then there were 25. There's back up at the front. Still Conrad from Hinge Motorsport Medic in second, from Quintin third. Although Quint is right on the back now, that second place. And he's a good exit from here. Hasn't quite got it. James Johnson in fourth. Francisco Van Deska in fifth. Stefan Rout going a little bit wide there in sixth. Max Melamed also going wide in seventh. Johan Lindberg in eighth, as I think Churgwin and Stefano are having a fight for 14th and 13th. And Churgwin gets the place. Just through the S's there. And 2 and 3. See what else is going on up and down the field. So next one on Churgwin's list is a few seconds up the road. Terence Gretsch in 12th. Hunting him down. Quint still right on the back now. In second though. He looks to see if there's a way through. Oh, he's got getting good corner speed through there. He's quite a bit faster in that right-hander into the stadium. But he's somewhat now stuck behind him through the stadium. And he's going to be hoping for a decent run out the final corner. He's just about got, yeah, this should be done and dusted already, and they haven't even passed the start-finish line. So Medek covers the inside. Quint says, okay, I'll go the long way round, and is up into second place. Medek's going to try and get a bit of the slipstream back. Quint covers the inside, and I think that is signed, sealed, and delivered. That's Quint up to second, allowing James Johnson to catch up, see if he can get on the podium. Oh, Lindberg and Melamed fighting for 7th and 8th. Oh, Lindberg had to be backing up a little bit off the throttle there. Lindberg's going to have the slipstream. E2 is going to try and go a long way around through the left to get a nice run in into the right. Isn't quite able to. Oh, just realised James Johnson in 4th position is gunning it for the podium spots. And is only mere 10ths now, mere car lengths behind Dominic, as they all kind of lock up a little bit. Also missed, we saw the Brett McGrath retirement, so here's Johnson. Oh, Benedict's gone wide. Well, that's not really going to give Johnson his slipstream. He's going to have the inside line though for turn 1 if they've got the same top speed and gearing here. So this is going to be a good test of currently about half a car length, although Minnick's slightly faster here. Johnson may have to quickly tuck in, grab a bit of slipstream, tuck back out. Going to have the inside and try and late braking. No. Minnick holds position. Nicely done there. Oh, that stops him from going through. Where's the close battles occurring right now? Race out Lindberg and Melamed in 7th and 8th. Who's got our final points paying position? It's currently Nirajan 15th with Cabrera and probably Artis. Oh, having a bit too much of a fight there, lads. Through the chicane, just about managed to hold it together. Well done. Cabrera's going to try and take the outside here. Always good to watch a bit of action up and down the field. Always felt. Cabrera's going to try the long way round. should now have the inside for this one. And needs to hold it together, and he has. So let's see what our leaders gap. Now just under 2 seconds. The gap between third and fourth somehow is getting smaller and smaller, which I don't now think is actually possible. It's all going to depend on this exit. Oh, Maninek went a little bit sideways there. Should give Johnson a chance, surely. Get third. Menek's got a very good top speed here. Really pushing James Johnson. James is now side by side though, much further forward than last time. Oh, but a little bit earlier on the brakes. They're going to go side by side. Johnson's now just about got it. Forcing Marcia onto the curves, but he's done it. And unless the slipstream for Hinds Motorsport can return. We've missed another DNF as well, sadly. I'll have a quick look at that in a minute. Marinette's going to try the outside line. And don't forget, Francisco is now going to get involved. Oh, there's going to be contact. Oh, Johnson, a little bit pushed outside there. Marinette, interesting. And now Francisco's going to get involved as well. Oh, Francisco spun it on his own though. And that's his front wing off. That promotes a couple of other guys. That means that Stefan Rout is now right next to James Johnson. So he could he needs to really at least beat him here. As Brett McArthur's left the room, sadly. Well, lap 10 of 18, it's going so quickly. Struggling to keep up with everything going on at the moment. So Menek is somewhat the cork in the bottle here for the championship. Or at least part of the story of it. The two guys behind him. This is going to be a very interesting one to watch because they're going to be probably 3 wide going into turn 1. They come across the start-finish line, which is there. See how the slipstreams are going. Johnson definitely catching up on third. Rout not quite. He's going to try and follow the snake down the start-finish line. And Niek's got the inside. James is going to swing around the outside and has got third position. This is where it starts getting a bit important because those gaps in those points start to go up suddenly. We've missed Chogan up to 11th as well. Cameron Bruce is now sadly down to 10th. Terence Gretsch getting the better of him. They go through turns 2 and 3. So, Cam Rout, who's currently in 5th place and taking home 11 points, while his rival takes home 3rd and 16, so another 5-point gap. But yeah, 38 points. 50 left on the table. That would be really asking a lot of Rout. The end here. Final race of the season, unless James has a shocker. But never say never. I mean, I was saying Vitalo being happy there with 4th place in the first race. Now, well, he did, and then sadly didn't make the start. So I do fear that was a bit of the commentator's curse there, Tyler. So apologies for that. That's all the one race I come to do, and I mess it up for someone. You can never please everyone. As we've got now the 2 Fanatec Drakes running in 10th and 11th, quite close to each other. Somewhat in a sandwich of Wesley Stefano just behind them, and Terence Gretsch just about ahead of them. Oh, it's 2nd and 3rd. Sorry for the lead, Mike Quint. Sorry, I didn't follow that. Where did that come from? Looks like that gap went from like 1.9 seconds all the way down. Quint tried the outside, and it's now just a few tenths behind him. Apologies for not following that one. We missed that. Quint's going to have another look. Ooh, a little bit moving in the braking zone. Didn't even have time to talk about the Verstappen rule there. As Brewster lets Churgwin through for 10th, so I think he's hoping that Churgwin can track down there. James Johnson is back down to 4th. It's all going on around the field. A little bit of slide there as well from James. That keeps Stefan check, and then not far behind it all. So if you're James Johnson in 4th position, you're fighting for 3rd, but your rival is in 5th and a couple of points behind you. I'll probably take this to extend the lead. He wouldn't mind another podium. Tell you what. See how Mike Quint does now in this final corner. If he can hold it together. Both looked okay, not too twitchy. Follow them. There's a bit of traffic up ahead. That will be Raul Riaz starting lap 12. So our leaders start lap 13. Johnson also trying to look for the slipstream. On third, a bit of an overspeed here. Miniak taking the inside line. Johnson again trying the outside line. And isn't able to. Gives Rout a bit of a chance to catch up. A few car lengths. Oh, Medic! It's managed to hold it, but he's going to have a poor exit here. Johnson's going to, again, have to go on the outside, but the yellow flag's up ahead. See who that was for. Johnson's now got the inside for the right-hander. And it's got it. Rout's going to be a bit cheeky. Try and follow. Nearly got tapped. Max Miller a bit too far back in 6th place to really get involved with this. But Johnson's now going to have to, my friend would say, make hay while the sun shines. And absolutely leg it. Oh, Johnson goes off there, but doesn't lose any time. Cameron Brewster and Stefano are currently fighting for 11th and 10th. And Stefano has managed to hold it. So Stefano takes 11th. Just saw that in the standings. See how Quint does around this final corner. Is he going to be able to... He's still look too far back on exit. Is he going to be able to reel him in? Gap is getting shorter. How far have we got the rundown? Quite a bit of the rundown actually, so Quint's going to have a go here. Zarevich forced him to the outside. Nicely done. He's going to try and cut underneath. Hit all the curb and then some. The Rout's also Rout up to 4th. But he can now try and track down Johnson. Let him... He doesn't get too far away. And Sharil Riaz has also DNF'd. Didn't see what happened there, if he was struggling with another problem or... 4th retirement this race. A little bit too far back for me to see, so we will carry on and look at the front. See how Quint is doing. It's James Johnson who's about 5 seconds back from that fight. Be able to catch up, possibly, as Terence Gretsch and Matthew Churgwin. A bit of a fight going on there. What happened there? Terence Gretsch. Churgwin getting slipstream. Oh, no, he's went try to go around the outside, but thought better of it. So, fights. Carry on. Well, should probably shout out last points podium position. Hopefully I don't curse it too badly. Sharon van der Sloot is currently in 15th. And is only a second behind Cabrera. Oh, Kumar's just gone wide in 13th. Giving Cabrera the run down into the stadium. He's currently in the... got it. Is he going to be able to hold it? No, he goes wide, locks up. Oh, he's going to... Oh, unlucky there. Sloot just kind of went very squiggly, and Sloot couldn't react quick enough and loses that last points pay position. So there you go. I did say I wasn't going to try and commentate cursing him, and I totally did. I apologise. Sherwin. As Max Melamed, I think, just made up another position there. Nope. My mistake. It was Lindbergh trying the outside run. Didn't quite work out for him. Oh, fight for the lead at the front. Sorry, I missed that. Quint. What happened there? Quint managed to take the lead. So he had the slipstream. Had the outside. Well, did he go off track? He technically had all 4 wheels off the track, then given the inside and hit Conrad. Don't say I agree with that, but that's one for the stewards to look at. Zerebic now goes wide on lap 15. Those two fighting each other is allowing Johnson to kind of push on. That one would be looked into. It kind of seemed like he went wide at the left-hander, went all 4 wheels off the track, then give him the inside at the right-hander. So, going back up to 12th. Sherwin is now down to 18th. I'm so sorry. That's bad luck, I'm afraid. Commentator's curse, all of the above. Let's see if Conrad can make this gap back up. Catch back up to Mike Quint. For the lead, which on lap 16 of 18. A load of drivers come through the start-finish line. Well, not being able to make inroads on James Johnson's 0.7-second gap to the podium. Or is he just going to hope it all falls down to that final race and hope he gets a bit of rub of the green that way? It's like a massive smack of someone. I didn't see who that was, but somebody hit the wall hard by the sounds of it. Oh, Sherwin van der Sloot going in for pit. Was that him getting him up in there? Oh yeah, went final corner. And he's retired the car, sadly. Final corner, went wide, and has DNF'd. That leaves us with 22 runners. Rob Mason and Ben Willis. And there's a bit of a DC fight going for the wooden spoon race. Sorry, guys. Other wooden spoons, I suppose, are also available, as we've got Mike Quint's managed to run away with that. After that audacious move, he's now 2.5 seconds up the road, so James Johnson's reeling him in. He's only 1.4 behind him, and bringing Rout to 6 tenths further back with him. Now, what other big fights going on? His Fanatec Trade seem to be following each other, 11th and 12th. Kumar is also on the back of Cherwin though, so may watch this, see how Kumar does the final corner. Can he get a little bit sideways? Not quite as fast as I hoped, but he will have the slipstream down here. Let's see if he's able to make use of it. Catching, but I don't think he's going to have enough tarmac to turn one. He's looking though. That'll be a bold move from back there, I think. Yep, thinks better of it. But, so, Cameron Brewster in 11th. Got about 2-second gap to 10th. Bit of a long run to go as we're on the penultimate lap. Lap 17 of 18. Gap between first and second is now 2.6. It's now just half a second now between second and third. James Johnson managing to catch up nearly half a second through turns 7 to 10. And yeah, I think Rout fancies a shot at the podium as well. We'll see how these three do. As Mike Quint starts his final lap. It'll be the last time they'll get that James Johnson will get this long run down to Conrad. He's in the slipstream and is catching up. There's a long way to go. And he's looking, he's gonna go left. Somewhat what Conrad gave him. Last of the late breakers, Conrad. Oh, there's contact! Just about both made it through the corner. Have a quick look. Well, for me, there's a little bit of a lock up from Conrad. James Johnson was having to go down the outside, but it also gives Stefan Rout a chance to dive down the inside. Now those two are fighting for the final chance on the podium. Missed the start of that one, but I think Rout's got the inside for this corner, and he's got a slightly better exit, but Johnson's got the inside for the next. He is just about managed to swoosh in front of him. Swoosh? Excellent word. And so that changes everything, because that means Rout... Oh, Johnson burning up the tyres there. Rout catches up a couple of points. But we should probably go and look at Mike Quint. It was an interesting move. I use the word interesting a lot. It was an interesting move. Take the lead, but he did it. He then ran away from Conrad. And the final race tonight here in Mexico, it is Mike Quint as he rounds out the final couple of corners that wins here at Mexico. Well done to him. Conrad in second, Stefan in third, James Johnson fourth. I'll have a look in a minute how that means to the Drivers' Championship. Mildenek for Hinz Motorsport in fifth, Max Mennemed sixth, Lindbergh following home just in seventh. Francisco, Lindbergh's teammate, is in eighth. Terence Gretsch ninth. And Wesley Stefano is going to follow him. Oh, Wesley Stefano goes a little bit wide at the end there. But we'll hold on to 10th place. Cameron Brewster 11th, Cherwin 12th, Kumar 13th, Cabrera 14th, Mantis Poliaris 15th. I think it's a bit of a With the 16th, let's run through all of them finishes tonight. Antonio Valjankovic is going to hopefully bring it home in 17th position. Jeffrey Fournier 18th. Stuart de Vries back 19th. Bit of a gap than Jared van der Wilde on his own in 20th. And it looks like Ben Willis is going to... Oh, what happened? No, he did finish, Jeffrey Fournier. Ben Willis is going to finish up in the lead of the DC little fight there for 21st. Rob Mason 22nd. So that was your racing for this evening. I don't know if we're going to get anyone to jump on and do a bit of a quick interview. If we are, brilliant. If not, never mind. Let's see if anyone puts themselves to draw in for interviews. So, yeah, everyone congratulating Mike there. Graham Meneman. Let's see, and obviously our, I said, race engineer, race administrator Chris. See what other racing said. Mike's asking if he can do donuts. The important things in life. He wants to celebrate his win. I suppose you don't have to worry about engines and tyres here. So where's he going to go? Oh, of course he's going to do it inside the stadium. Hopefully he needs to miss all the anti-cuts. He's found his little pot. And yep, he does a few celebrating donuts. Very good. Very good at doing them, I must add. And a bit too good. He's been practicing them. He's been waiting for this win. But well done to him. That means also, as I believe they are the GPVWC guys. Am I right in saying that? Could be entirely wrong. Their car isn't giving me much of a hint. Yes, Mike Quint. Yes, so that actually extends their lead to third. So, Drag Racing trying to get on the podium, trying to get the third in the constructors. Going to have a hard task there at the end. In terms of the constructors, Stefan Morel in third, gets 16 points, and James Johnson in fourth, brings the gap down to exactly 30 points going into the final race. So it's possible still. We're out, which is what we want to see. We want to see a fight right until the end. But we'll hopefully see in Brazil in 2 weeks' time how that goes down. As for the constructors, Mad Cape, James Johnson, they're getting fourth. And Deltec, that means that goes down to 126 points. So 96 points, 45, 90 points left. I do believe that is Mad Cape Racing. Wraps up the Constructors' Championship here. So congratulations to Mad Cape Racing team. Managed to wrap it up, race to go. So hopefully, let's see if anyone joins. We should speak to her out. It's James Johnson, sorry. I get the teams wrong, Phil, whatever you do. And that'd be slightly embarrassing. Is anyone going to come join, or are they all too scared of me? I don't even know what questions I'm going to be asking of them, I must admit. A bit, whenever me and Matthew Churgwin did Formula Challenge commentary, I always left him to do questions. He's always a quick thinking one. Always had kind of main points in the back of his head, always knew the teams like that. And I would kind of hide in the corner going, I don't want to ask any questions. I think they've taken notice of that and aren't going to come say hello. So, I suppose in that case, we might as well wrap up this stream. So, yes, everyone's also working out how the anti-cheat stuff works. I would like to thank race director Chris Williamson, cameraman here Quintin Plane, and I've been watching all the comments. Thank you very much for everyone that's been watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll see what happens in a fortnight. I'll see if I can make it back. Hopefully I can. If not, we've got the rest of this week. We've got I always get Super Cup and Super League the wrong way around. It's Super Cup tomorrow. Around here, and then we have Super League on Thursday, and then next week we've got the International Touring Cup at Brazil, and I think the Atlantic Series is wrapped up for now. Oh no, we've got one more on the Thursday, and then yeah, in a fortnight we'll be ready for the final race of the season. So thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.